Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, oh boy, do we have an apology to give you. We have a timeout here on the field at the Big Turf. We went with lacrosse today instead of baseball. We'll get into that in a moment. It's a 5-0 game in favor of the Minnechaug Falcons here tonight. Right now, a romping of the Cardinals, the Pope Francis Cardinals, who had such a great season last year. For the first time in the popeproductions spectra, we've gotten to see them here, but not in the best fashion. For tonight's broadcast solely, we will figure out all technical difficulties. I'll get into the whole cadabble here coming up. Tonight, we will be bringing this game to you with a Pope Prep Productions screen. AJ Gonsalves, along with Don Percy, the voices of the Cardinals, the future voice of the Cardinals is here too. We are going to bring you this game via a radio broadcast play-by-play style. We've never done this before at Pope Prep Productions, but unfortunately, I don't know if it was the earthquake we had today or what the deal was.
4.8.
Yeah, 4.8 magnitude
Feeling
earthquake.
the aftershock of that.
Feeling it on the third floor here at Pope Francis. We're going to bring you the best broadcast we can possible. Right now, it is a 5-0 game. The Minnechaug Falcons have been all over the Pope Francis Cardinals to begin our season here on Pope Prep. Pope Francis not having the best of starts to their lacrosse season. Longmeadow came in here the other night in the rainstorm, and I mean, it was a mugging, to say the very least. 15-1 final. I'm pretty sure what the score was in that one. 16-1. Hey, I'm tripping on that one. Yeah, I mean, Longmeadow, they showed their class. I mean, that's a great team, and it's very hard to beat them, but really just a dominating win for them. Right now, we got a similar picture. 5-0 game, 7:07 to go in the second quarter. We are about to come out of a timeout. I believe Pope did take a timeout. They got to think about things right now, trying to get things back in order. Pope Francis is going to move from left to right. And the Minnechaug Falcons will move from right to left. So when we were talking about something, we're just trying to give you what we got here tonight. Again, radio play-by-play broadcast. Very unique circumstances for Don Percy and I. So with that being said, Caden Ames getting back in his net. We are ready to go. Play is going to resume right out of the Minnechaug end with Pope Francis having used the timeout. They will get possession. So, Pope Francis Cardinals busy. That's just Cardinals busy day in the spring sports slate. Pope Francis boys baseball over on the diamond, taking on Longmeadow right now. Again, we are so sorry to that audience that we were not able to bring you that game. Let me tell you, it was going to be a dandy. Hurley with 11 strikeouts in his first start, and Stevie Wazinski, it was bump day for him. Unfortunately, we could not do that game, and we really do regret it. We will figure out our issues. Henceforth, we're going to give you this game right now. Don Percy, give me your X factors right now. What have you seen? You've watched 2 quarters. You even did a mimic broadcast of a quarter. Tell me, what have you seen thus far that gives you any type of optimism about this Pope Francis team?
I mean, up to this point, right now, all I've seen is Minnechaug Falcon consistent attacking. Right now, what I'm seeing here, Pope coming together, getting some attacking zone time, trying to get a couple shots on net. They're starting to come back to life in this game. Only with 6 minutes left. Again, it was all Minnechaug in that first quarter. And really the majority of the second quarter here, that's at the 5-0 goal. Pope thought they had their first goal. They thought they could cut the Minnechaug lead to 4-1. Called off due to crease violation.
Yeah, Nick Petch there he got the goal, but the referee, he called it off due to a crease violation. And ever since then, this game has just been a blowout. It's 5-0. Cardinals do have it deep, though, in the Minnechaug territory. They'll try to move it around here, trying to get something going. It has just been a hard night for them to get on the board. At 5-0, I mean, man, oh man, the Cardinals need some work. Pope Francis has it deep into the Minnechaug end. It's Jack Rustico on the right side. He'll try to shake and bake out in front, looking around. He's going to try to fire a shot. He tried to fire a jump shot, giving me Patrick Mahomes vibes up here, but eventually he couldn't take it. And Minnechaug charging down the field. They got it at the Pope Francis 30. They'll try to fire a shot right in front of the crease. They'll fire it in. The save is made by Ames. The rebound will carry him out here to Minnechaug, and the moving around nicely. They've got it. The green and black uniforms tonight for Minnechaug, and their coach is frustrated as we've got a whistle. I believe we have offsides called. So with that being said, Pope Francis will take it back with Caden Ames. Ames, someone we are going to watch, one of the new members of this Pope Francis lacrosse team this season. Caden Ames replacing Matt Davis. Davis decided to leave Pope Francis, unfortunately.
West side now?
Yeah, West side. Now we got Caden Ames. Ames got a big task this year. Matt Davis did such a great job for this team, and now he'll try to replicate some of the magic that Matt Davis had last season.
I'll say one thing I saw with him was his hockey. Between here, Pope and Westside, I was watching the Westside games as they made their D3 state run throughout the MIAA. They made it decently far. Round of 8. Matt Davis leading the way for the Terriers in his debut that year.
Yeah, so Pope Francis is going to have it here deep in the Minnechaug territory. Minnechaug went down a man. I think it was a hold called on the field as Pope Francis will hold in now. So Minnechaug a man down. Big opportunity for them to strike in the late stages of this second quarter. And coming up at the halftime position, we'll really give you an in-depth breakdown of what we saw here in this opening half. Look forward to the second half. And again, we will try to issue as many apologies as we can tonight on Pope Prep. It's a brand new day here on Pope Prep, and boy, let me tell you, I got a lot to say. As the Cardinals will try to move it in, trying to fire in a shot too. That one will carry them out to the right side. I believe there's Rustico down there who will try to make a play. Ryan Goki will try to help him out too. Sea of Cardinals trying to get there, but Minnechaug will eventually take it, and they'll get a man back on the field shortly. As Minnechaug, before we can do anything else still, I think we've got another whistle, and it's a timeout taken by Minnechaug. The Minnechaug Falcons will use a timeout with 4:10 to go in the second quarter. It's a 5-0 lead for the Minnechaug Falcons. Coming up, we resume. Fun night, cloudy night. Pope Prep Productions having a bad night. 5-0, the lead for the Minnechaug Falcons. Five nothing lead here for the Minnechaug Falcons. Pope Francis going to come off a timeout momentarily. Falcons were the ones who took the timeout. They're first of the ball game, so they'll come out of the timeout momentarily. Both teams are still in the huddle. It feels crazy to me to be saying this. I'm in the spring year of my senior year. Spring season of my senior year. It's just absolutely fascinating to me that this thing has just flown by the way it has. I mean, starting here as just a trembling teenager, walking onto the scene here at Pope Francis Prep. In the sophomore year, we tried to build something here with Pope Prep Productions, and we've done a great job. And now, again, I don't know what to tell you. The broadcasting, the earthquake, let me tell you, earthquakes do affect broadcasts sometimes. We'll use that and pin that as our excuse tonight. I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi. Maybe it has something to do with that. I don't know. But the Pope Francis Cardinals now will need some defense as Minnechaug is going to come out of the timeout and try to take it the other way, live exclusively on Pope Prep Productions. No matter where you are, however you may be listening tonight, we thank you for tuning in. I mean, I know you might be tempted to not hit the like button, but if you are interested, please, we encourage you to hit the like button. Give us you always use another subscriber. If you want to subscribe and you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You're going to get the very best of Pope Francis Prep Athletics tonight. We'll just leave this off the radar, and we'll forget about it in short order. But for now, the Minnechaug Falcons will hold in. They have it at the Pope Francis 35. They have it around center field now. They'll try to shake and bake, try to look for something up the pitch here. It's Jackson DeRocha. DeRocha tried to fire in a shot, and eventually he couldn't do much with it. Minnechaug will try to get around on it now. They will take it back in. 3:20 to go in the opening half. Minnechaug still looking to do something here. They've got it. Chilly night here at Pope Francis. Let me tell you, with the Little Mermaid going on in the theater at around 7 o'clock, I mean, it does not feel like summer yet, or even spring yet. Let me tell you.
Still feels like winter's been around.
If you went here yesterday at around 2 o'clock, you would have seen
freezing.
No, not only that, you'd see a pile of snow on the turf in April. I mean, come on. You got to be kidding, right?
It's just... This is not how you want to see your spring really shape out, especially for us here at the productions. We haven't videoed a single game this whole week. All canceled, rain, snow.
It's New England, and I understand that. Let me tell you, as someone who's now thinking about going to college, maybe a little bit far away, who knows? Let me tell you, the weather's definitely playing a factor in the decision, that's for sure. I'm getting a little bit tired of the snow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yesterday, this place was snow white. I mean, you could not step on the turf.
It's
Most
average
practices
day in
were
December.
canceled. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. You think you're in January right now, but no, you're in April. This is spring. The weather's supposed to become nicer, but it's that last push of winter, and then we're going to get a spring. Then soon enough, it's going to be graduation. I mean, we are really counting down the clock here on Pope Prep. Although we are really just beginning the spring sports season tonight with you live on Pope Prep. the countdown is on. I mean, the countdown to the end of the year is quickly approaching here on Pope Prep. Matt Feely for Pope Francis has it at the 40. Cardinals will look to do something with it here. They've got it. They'll try to look around and maybe shake and bake. Coming up for the second half, folks, you're going to hear a lot more of Don Percy. He's actually going to take my spot. That's right. You heard it from me. I'm going to take a little seat back here for the third quarter. I want to hear what Don Percy's got. We're going to put him to the test. I didn't even tell him that. He's just learning now on the fly. So
he's curveball you threw at me there.
Little slider. And again,
slider, the baseball game.
Just to feel too bad for baseball. As Minnechaug quickly coming down the field here. They'll try to shake and bake at the 20-yard line. Minnechaug, these guys came in off the bus. They were singing Shipping Up to Boston. You could hear it. They were in the parking lot making noise. And I tell you, the bus was just going crazy. They're on the sidelines right now.
Side to side.
Yeah, the bus, they came in. They were coming in through the parking lot, and they were yelling at every Pope Francis fan they could see. I mean,
sound like Notre Dame coming out for a game.
Notre Dame. Are you kidding? I mean, they were the road.
Bagpipes,
They're trying to be the road warriors here tonight. Yeah. The Pope Francis Cardinals have it now, though, as Minnechaug did turn it over. Ryan Goki made the play down the field. He fired it to the right. So Pope Francis is going to get it here, and they've got it. They'll try to do something with it. Moving in the round nicely are the Cardinals. But again, Minnechaug defense has just been too much for the Cardinals to handle tonight. I mean, really, for Brandon Pirelli, he has just had no seams at all. I mean, they've just been too big, too strong, too fast, too physical, all the P's and everything in between. Right now, the Pope Francis Cardinals, with 53.1 seconds to go in this second quarter, are in some trouble. They're just trying to get on the board. I mean, it is just
trying to break the ice here.
An immovable object the Minnechaug Falcons have been tonight. I mean, thus far this year, the Pope Francis Cardinals, not a fun showcase for them right now. In their first two games, up to this point, a game and a half, they have been outscored, get this, they've been outscored 21-1.
It's not what you like to see, especially off the start of the season.
First two home games. Yes.
First two home games. But even though the best season you had last year, going 13-3, as I believe we'll have a timeout taken. Yeah, but anyways, 13-3, best season. This is not how you want to look to recap that season. You want to go back to back.
There was a timeout here on the field by the officials originally, and then I think Pope Francis just decided to use a timeout. Or was it Minnechaug? I think it was Minnechaug who just decided to use a timeout and think things over. 31.7 seconds to go on the clock. I mean, the Minnechaug Falcons, don't get me wrong, they played an excellent game, but for Pope Francis right now, the offense has just not been there. I mean, those big-time names that you saw on this team last year, Gage Spurlonga, Rich Roy,
Josh Ivey.
Yeah, guys like that, they're just not Michael Lansky.
Matt Davis.
Yeah, they're just not walking through that door anymore. I mean, it's just it's frustrating to see for sure. But this Pope Francis team, they've got to figure things out fast. If they want to compete for any type of championship this year, they want to compete at all. It's going to be a struggle for them if they keep playing like this. I mean, just to being honest, and I hate to be that brutally honest about it, but let me tell you, this Cardinal team can still come back. This game is well within reach. I mean, we've seen it in lacrosse. Teams build 7-8 leads here on this turf, and the Cardinals somehow find a way to come back and win games. I have actually seen it on this turf several times. This Cardinal team could be just another example of that, but there could also be another example of just 5, and they're too much behind. But we'll find out now on Pope Prep as both teams are coming out of the timeout. 31.7 seconds for the Cardinals to work with. I believe it was Pope who called the timeout. Let's see what the official has to say. Or was it Minnechaug? Let's see. Didn't really get the signal here. And then the two officials tonight just trying to stay warm out there on the turf. They got the winter hats on. One's got a ball cap on. I don't know how he's doing that out there. It feels really chilly. I'm glad we made the move to go to the press box. You know, we did a coin flip before tonight's telecast, or tonight's broadcast, of what we should do. The coin flip went twice to lacrosse. I should have stuck with the guys up here and did that. I said, you know what? We got to do baseball. Boys, baseball against Longmeadow might be just too much, as Minnechaug tried to take it in, but it was Ryan Goki with the long stick making the play here for Pope Francis, as the Cardinals will try to get back. Now Minnechaug trying to take it the other way. 5-0 game, 7 seconds to go. Minnechaug has it at the 20. They'll shake and bake, try to fire in a shot, and that one goes to the left of the net. Clock will stop with 2.4 seconds to go in the opening half. Again, folks, Little Mermaid coming up tonight.
All week, in fact?
Yeah, all weekend, actually. Friday, 7 o'clock, Saturday and Sunday shows as well. So, yep, Sunday's at 2, and I believe Saturday is a 7 o'clock start time. So, again, those folks have been working very hard to give you the very best in their field. As we will head to halftime here, and Minnechaug couldn't do anything with it. With 2.4, fans are very happy. Coming up, folks, we have the Pope Francis Intermission Report. That's coming up. Stay tuned. Champions play here. Back in a flash on Pope Prep. It is the Cardinals who are down and down big. Live on Pope Prep. Stay tuned. Champs play here. More coming up exclusively from Pope Prep Productions on YouTube. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Pope Francis Cardinals. We're in a 5-0 hole again. Don Percy, AJ Gonzalez, voices of the Cardinals, are here with you tonight. Frustrating start tonight for Pope Francis again. Again, in their first two home games, outscored 21-1. Not the start this team was looking for. They're going to have to find a way to bounce back. Don Percy, give me your thoughts, man. What did you see there in that first half, and how can the Cardinals come back in the second half?
I mean, from what I've seen all between the two quarters, it's been all Minnechaug attacking the attack. the power. Pope's has had no attack time. They've been playing defense the whole game, and that's led to this 5-0 deficit early on. So they still try to break the ice. They thought they had their goal. It was Jake Jarrell called off due to crease violation, but they're still looking for a prayer here, trying to get their first goal on the board. Chaug's still looking to keep the 5-0 lead intact. But, yeah, it's just been all Chaug here on this early the first 2 quarters. Pope playing a little too much defense. They got to get the spark going.
I couldn't agree more, Dom. Let me tell you that. We got 4:44 until we hit the third quarter of this one tonight. Again, just the apologies. We're going to continue with them all night long. I mean, the Cardinals tonight, from all of our perspectives here tonight, just a rough night. I mean, for all of us here at Pope Prep Productions, we couldn't get the baseball game to go. That was number one. Number two, we couldn't get this game to go either. I mean, we had to go radio play-by-play style, which is just
Old school.
That is not what we wanted to do tonight, and not what we wanted to bring you. That's not the very best that we promised to bring you every game night. For now, we have the second half that's coming in, and we'll try to give you the best that we've got in us for the next 12-minute quarter, so the next 24 minutes of game time, so about the next 35 minutes of actual time. So we'll try to give you the best on what we got. Coming up, folks, though, I'm going to take a step back. I want to hear what the kids got. I want the kid get hot.
The young gun?
I like that. The young gun. That's perfect. I think that might be your new name. All right, the young gun. I want to see what he's got. I want to see what Don Percy's got. So my voice might be retired for the night. We'll see. If I like what I hear, I won't do the fourth quarter. If I don't like what I hear, then I'll just help him out for this fourth quarter. It's really up to him. So coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we got a 5-0 game. It'll be Don Percy taking you the rest of the way. So with that being said, enjoy the continuing coverage of boys lacrosse. Minnechaug Falcons versus Pope Francis Cardinals. Stay tuned. More exciting action coming up on Pope Prep Productions.
And we are coming back live for the third quarter play between the Pope Francis Cardinals and the Minnechaug Regional Falcons. These Cardinals have found themselves in a 5-0 deficit. Still looking here to break the ice, get their first goal on the board, as it's been all Minnechaug early on in this game. First 2 quarters of play. So Pope will look to get back on the board. Again, do apologize to the baseball fans awaiting a Longmeadow Pope game. Thought we were going to bring that to you. Again, AJ said, toss the coin. They thought they were doing lacrosse this evening, but turns out, doing lacrosse. Thought we were doing baseball. My bad. So I'll settle for lacrosse tonight as Pope will take the shot out of bounds. Still down 5-0 early on in the 20 seconds. This is where Minnechaug's most dangerous. Scoring 2 goals early on, opening minute of play. Again, still to the baseball fans, we'll deeply apologize. Pope will bring it the other way, cycle it in, and they score their first goal of the game. And it is Zachary Buffoni with his 3rd goal of the season to give the Cardinals their first goal of the game. Break the ice here. Now only down 5-1. Still, where comebacks are made, it'll be Eckbeck taking the face-off. And Pope will look to get their 2nd goal of the game. Coming back here. Again, cold weather here playing in. Freezing, in fact. It's just in this office, just in the box alone. Cold weather. Eck will tie it up on the face-off. With Chalk taking it back around. And Pope's still trying to erase the 5-0 deficit that they had. Now only 5-1. Looking comeback city over here. Again, we've seen 7, 8 goal deficits just erased here on this Pope Francis field. Pope will start back out with it the other end. Long stickman. Again, do apologize to the baseball fans. Waiting a game this week. Had all the games canceled due to the cold weather and whatnot. Still bringing you the radio broadcast here. Apologize due to the technical difficulties that we're currently having. Cardinals are still trailing 5-1 here. 10 minutes, 34 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Not out to the start they wanted. Send the halftime. Ball possession has been mainly Minnechaug all on attack. The 1st and 2nd quarters of this play here. The main thing Pope's got to get, they got to get the spark going. They got to get some flame in their game here. Still down 5-1. It's been all Minnechaug. I can't tell you how many times I said it. Just 1st and 2nd quarters, all Minnechaug on the attack. Pope's been playing defense majority of the game, and this rate they're looking for all offense the second half of the game, as they'll get some more opportunities trying to get the shot on net. They'll be taken down, and ref doesn't like what he sees, so I believe he'll be calling Pope possession, and Minnechaug will, yes, they will play a man down here. No, they will not. Minnechaug player thought he was going off the field, stayed back on, turns out. Certainly confused all of us here at the Pope Prep. Official confused us out. The fans here, who we thank for coming out. The cold weather. This doesn't feel like spring really that much anymore. It feels more like winter staying around. Chog will take it back. Buffoni rattled up, taken down on the play, and he'll look to regroup, but he's taken down. He may be a little rattled, swinging the stick there at, I believe it was Matthew Nenun. Felt he got taken down in a little awkward position. So Pope will start back out, but they will play man down. Not good for Pope's case in this situation. Still down 5-1. Looking more offensive pressure is what you need. Again, Chog coming off a big 18-9 win versus Wacona. Pope he's still looking for their first win of the season, coming off one of the best seasons they've had. Ivy, Matt Davis, all the star-studded players gone off this team now. Their senior years transferring transferring as well. The best season they had last year, 13-3 was the record. As Pope will take it around the 40-yard line. This quarter moving from right to left. Minnechaug will work from left to right, switching ends. As it'll be Monroe working it in. Covered up by the Chaug goaltender. Zachary Cosbo. My pardon. Chaug will take it back over the end, looking to make it 6-1, extend a couple goals. Pass will get picked off. Back over to Gaudreau. Gaudreau tosses it up. Pass intercepted by Minnechaug. Little dart up the side length. Huge sticks slam by Ryan Goki. Like the lumberjack out there cutting down trees. Chaug. It was Ryan Purchase thought he had it, lost it. Will gain back possession. As Pope will regroup now, Caden Ames taking it. Again, we saw him. He bolted after one of the Chaug players back around the end of his own net, furious. Just trying to. I mean, really, it looked like he was really whacking the absolute crap out of him. Ames, take it back out of the zone, trying to get the pass picked off, and it'll be up to Matt Feely, who will cycle it back up over to Conswall. Pope in on net. Net scores! And he'll selly hard. Net scores! And he'll selly hard. And Pope Francis still with some life in them as they cut Minnechaug's 5-0 lead now down to 5-2. Still, again, we said it was Minnechaug all in the first half of this game. Now tables have turned. It looks like Pope's going to score 2 goals in this third quarter. We're going to turn the tables and gain more attack pressure. Again, so far it's been all Pope here in this third quarter. Chaug playing a little more on the defensive side. It's a little shock for them this evening, as Chaug play will get pushed down, and it'll be Minnechaug possession coming back the other way. Working their way down the right side of the field. Had it, lost it, stick checked by Jake Jarrell. Chaug working their way. It'll be purchased back over to DeRosa in his senior year, having 47 points in his bag last year for the Minnechaug Falcons. We're going to extend onto that. He's already got a couple tonight. First and second goal of the season. Chaug's in. Try to get a bounce shot on it, but it'll end up going up and over. Pope look to regroup here.
Let's go, Chaug!
Fans not liking what they're hearing from Chaug. Or they're seeing, perhaps. Pope playing back on the defensive side. Familiar position for them. Down 5-0 in the early 2 quarters of play. She got shot on it. Saved by Ames. Actually, no, it was sent wide. So Chaug will regroup back around the net. Colin Mignor. Still looking for possession in on net. Again. A lot of ball. I would say a lot of mishandling of the ball recently due to the earthquake, but Chaug scores there. So it makes it 6-2. So they'll regain the 4-goal lead with 6:25 remaining in the third quarter. And Chaug trying to regain some of their attacking. Saw Pope score 2 early goals. So decided to add another one on. Ekbrecht taking the face-off. Again, we saw Maddie Regan actually come in and take the face-off for Pope, giving Eck a little break. The ball possession just been a little off the clock. Players' feet's getting shook from the afterwave of the earthquake of 4.8 in New Jersey. Hope no one got hurt there. Eck still looking around for the ball, up in the air. It's a scramble for. Eck is steamrolled there by the Chaug player, and he is down. Official calling a flag. Chalk player will help him up, but he is rattled. And Pope will come to defend their player, but Eck will get up, wishing him the best as he gets off the field, looking a little dazed. As it'll be Eck getting helped off by the athletic trainer. And it'll be Ryan Goki coming off. So Mason Thayer will get some PT here, halfway through the third quarter. Still waiting to play. Pope will play a man up. Chalk play a man down. Do a pretty dirty hit on Jovanek. Look to cut the lead in half, 6-3. Still down 6-2 in this third quarter. Chalk extended it with a 4. Extended back to the 4-goal lead early on. It was Colin Mignor with his first goal of the game. He'll look to add on in his senior year here. Official having a little talk with the coaches and the player as another player may be coming off for Minnechaug, just sub out. And Pope will wait to see the result of this. What seemed like a pretty clean hit from our viewpoint, but turned out officials didn't like what they saw, so Chog will play a man down. Again, with the radio broadcast here, I haven't been able to get the camera going. Bad Wi-Fi. Again, still use the earthquake as our excuse all night long here on Pope Prep. 4.8 shaking the ground. Minnechaug firing a shot here. Save made by Ames. He'll take it around the net. Ames will look upfield. Pass almost picked off there. Mason Thayer cycled up the field over to Matt Feely. Feely will stop. Shake and bake. Looking around. Dangling. Matt, evasive maneuvering around his way over to Thayer. Thayer scrambling forward on the ground, pushing the Chog players around. And the officials will rule in the favor of Chog going the other way with 5:21 left to go in this third quarter. Cycle it around over the side. Gotta watch the offside warning. A shot on net. Another save by Ames made here. Man, Caden Ames really coming up stellar as he launches this ball upfield, looking for Tanner Metz forward as he's crumpled there. But Pope looking for a man advantage penalty, but they won't get it. Don't like what they see, so Chog will come back the other way. And cold weather here on this late spring evening. Hasn't really seen. We saw snow yesterday, in fact. Seemed like just an ordinary day in December, say all day. But didn't look like it was a spring day. Flowers have yet to be blooming out. I mean, for my case, I'm actually grateful because allergies haven't kicked in for me yet. Chalk cycled back around, chopping. It'll be Drell. Chalk will cycle back around the back of the net. Over to Andre. Shot, score! Minnechaug will now extend it to a 7-2 lead, regaining the 5-goal lead that they once had going up early. 5-0 in the early 2 quarters. Pope came back with 2 quick goals, thought they could cut it down to 3 goals, but Chog will answer right back, and this game's just back as it was. A 5-goal lead for the Minnechaug Regional Falcons with 4:16 left to play in the third quarter. Pope still got to get some attacking time going. They had it all in the beginning of this third quarter, and it started to die down towards the midsection of play. Still with over 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Pope try to regain possession, get a little spark in their play, a little flame in the game. Keep going. Not the start they've wanted to this season, certainly so far. Going 0-2 off the get-go, really. 11-6 loss to South Hadley. 4-4 actual tie versus Westminster in the preseason. And a 16-1, really, beating, as I should say, versus Long Meadow. Not the way they wanted to start off their season. Scramble for here. Chopping. Minnechaug will come out with the ball. He'll be pursued by Zach Buffoni. Chaug will start back out on the side. Almost. Back down. Looking to extend this, making an 8-2 game, possibly. The first 6-goal lead of the night. Already had 5, and they do. They score! And it will be... It'll be Jackson De La Rosa with what is his hat-trick goal, his 3rd goal of the game. And with 3.5 minutes left to play in this 3rd quarter, it is an 8-2 runaway lead for Minnechaug. Again, still not the start. Pope had the spark in their play in the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Scored 2 quick goals, made it a 5-2 game. Thought they had it with a 3-goal, only down 3 goals. But they've just been diminishing the life more and more out of these Cardinals, making it now a 6-goal deficit that they face now. And we'll have a face-off change. It'll be Matt Feely coming in for the Pope Francis Cardinals. Again, taken down on the play. We thought it was Pope wanted to call, thought it was a dirty play, which turned out it was. They would play the man up, but the score would be unproductive. Zach Buffoni taking a whack at Minnechaug player. Pope will come back up over to the 30-yard line in their own zone. Still with it. So Ryan Goki. Goki trying to cycle it back off to Gautreau. Picked off by Chaug. They'll take it around the side. Looking for the open man. Colin Manure. Subbed off the field now, and it'll be coming in. It'll be Thomas Udall. Udall will slake it back off to Ryan Purchase. Purchase again with the... Udall and Purchase with the 2-3 goal nights. Here, the hat-trick goals, as I said before. I'm going to extend onto that. Again, it was Jackson De Rosa, also with 3 goals in this game as well, looking to add on to the 47-point season he had last year. 26 of those being goals, as we found out in this game. Already 3 today. Shaw will send it out to play another shot on net. And they got to pepper in the goalie here with at least over 20 shots here with only 2:20 left to reign in the 3rd quarter. Again, this 3rd quarter's been playing a little slow, it seems like, for the Cardinals. You're wondering when will it ever end? Still down 8-2. Chalk's still taking it now. Pope still with the lack of possession here. You're playing more so defense here in this. What I would say the majority of the game, really the only offense they've had is 2 goals early on in the 3rd quarter. Opening 3rd quarter, 6 minutes. Then it was Chaug regaining back the pressure. Still making it 8-2. The 6-goal deficit. Chaug cycle back around. Be Tucker DeRosa, the young brother of Jackson DeRosa, freshman. Save made by Ames. Kane Ames will send it up to Matt Feely. Feely he'll look for Petrovic up the field. Save made by Zachary Kuzbo. Star goalie for Chaug. Playing a really good game here. Thought he could have got the shutout going into the halftime break, but turns out Pope would score 2 quick goals on him. And Minnechaug scoring. Talking about quick goals, there's another one. So he scored by number 8, Matthew Nanoon. And Chaug will take a 9-2 lead, extending it to a 7-goal deficit here. And there's just no mercy on this field with 1 minute 8 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Pope still looking for the offensive pressure here. Still got to regain it back a little bit. Again, we do apologize to the baseball fans, as it looks like on the other field, Longmeadow may have claimed their victory over the Cardinals. Do apologize for the baseball fans that were awaiting a game here. The cold weather, lack of Wi-Fi. Still going to blame the earthquake for it all night. Again, later this night, we have the Pope players putting on a wonderful play here, the Little Mermaid musical. Again, give it to all the Pope. Got to give it to all the Pope players. Well, tongue twister there. Really, the production week. I've seen this, just the schedule alone. It's work. It's 3:30, 3 in the afternoon, 3:30, around the times of that till 10 at night. I mean, these guys work for it to give us the quality musical and the quality play that they do here at Pope Prep. It'll be Pope coming back the other way, taken down there by a Minnechaug player. Zach Buffoni still looking to scoop it up as he's taken down there at the 40-yard line. Official will blow the whistle, and it'll be taken back the way of Pope, as it'll be Zach Buffoni taking it for the Cardinals. Thought he was going to look to dish off to Braden Pirelli. He'll dish off to Matt Feely instead. Feely up the sideline, over to the 30-yard line. Again, Cardinals looking for their third goal of the game. He'll dish off to Braden Pirelli, the one-handed catch. His shot bounced off far to the net. So it'll be Nick Petrovich going to scramble for the ball there. He'll pass it back up over to Max Monroe. Monroe shaked up there. That Chaug player. The official will rule in the way of Minnechaug. So Minnechaug will be working their way at 2.4 left. And with that, the third quarter comes to a close. Pope thought they had the two goals early on. 2 goals early on here in the third quarter of play. Cutting Chaug's lead down to 5-2. Again, going into this 5-0. They cut it down to 5-2, but then it'll be Chaug coming immediately back with 4 goals to really put this game out of reach for the Cardinals, as they'll take a 7-goal lead going to the fourth quarter. Coming up, we got the fourth quarter with live action here. The final 12 minutes play live on Pope Prep. Stay tuned. Champions play here live on Pope Prep.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Don Percy will be with you just in a minute. Coming here from the Pope Francis Studios inside the school. We have a game break update for you. Pope Francis baseball has gone down to Longmeadow. Score and stats will be coming in momentarily. Again, Pope Francis baseball loss against Longmeadow here today in their home opener over on the Diamond. We will get you a score momentarily. For now, we will send it back down to the turf. Fourth quarter come under the way. Don Percy, take it away live from inside the press box at the turf. I'll send it out from here inside the school back to Don Percy at the press box. Don, take it away.
Pope still down 9-2 here. Scoreboard can't really see here on more a radio show broadcast. Podcast broadcast. Something like that. Rhyme time going along. Pope still down 7 goals now. Chaug taking a 9-2 lead. Certainly not the start these Cardinals want. This rate, they'll go 0-3 at the start of the season. Still looking for their first win, revenge. But then again, we have seen 7-8 goal deficits erased here on this field. Very faithful night. The lights coming out here. Again, a little dark here. Daylight savings time. And that really throws me off. I don't know about you and the folks at home. Especially what gets me is the people in Arizona. They don't really do daylight savings time at all, which I've never really agreed with at all myself personally. Night coming darker sooner. A little darker later. His Chaug player slipped up there looking slipping on a banana peel at the 40-yard line. They'll whack at it there. It'll be... For the Cardinals, it'll be Ryan Goki there, and the official doesn't like what he sees, so he'll throw a flag down. Chaug will play a man up here. A shot whistled wide of the net by Matthew Nanoon. We're going to add on to his 2-goal night that he's had here for the Minnechaug Regional Falcons. Again, just showing no mercy here for the Chaug Falcons on the Cardinals. A 9-2 deficit that they now face with what really felt like an eternity, the last quarter of play there, with 12. It didn't feel like 12 minutes. Felt like a couple hours there, as with just into the opening period, opening minute of play, I should say, in the quarter. Again, Chaug's most dangerous time is they fire a shot just wide of the net. That ball was sent out and actually off the track field. Oh, someone will find that later. Good souvenir for them. Pope was still trying to play lockdown defense here. Down 7 goals. Chaug will start with it back out behind the Cardinal net. Should be Goki. Over to Noon. Back over to Purchase. A low shot just whistled down by the right corner of the net. Chaug with a lot of early shots in on this goal. On K-Names. Still coming up stellar for the Cardinals. Despite the 9 goals he's let in. Making at least 20 saves, I'd say, here. Just off my own personal feelings. Game so far. Really played a stellar game that he has so far. Feel he's trying to put some defense on Purchase. Still with the radio show broadcast going. Technical difficulties will bring you tonight. Score still waiting for the baseball game for the baseball fans over at Pope Prep. As their home opener, fortunately, they lost due to a long medal.
Yeah, we're still trying to get finalized details on the score down there. Again, that game has just gone final. We see players going back into the dugouts now, respectively, after the handshake. Again, that game has gone final. Scoring update coming in soon.
Chaug starting back out with it along the 30-yard line. Chaug it's looking like the Army-Syracuse game again. I mean, Syracuse just took over Army. The other game, Army dropped to 6th in the college rankings. For all those of you that follow the college lacrosse, Chaug taking it back, and it's just an open net with the play. And it will be Matthew Nanoon with his hat-trick goal, and the Cardinals are now down by 8 goals, a score of 10-2. This rate, the Cardinals are looking to go 0-3 at the start of the season. Certainly not. They'll tie the losses they had last season, going 13-3, the best season they had actually last season. All the star-studded players. Josh Ivey, continue his hockey career, Cushing Academy. Lost in the finals to Kimball Union, C.J. Watroba's team, actually. A score of 4-1 on the Harvard University ice. Great game. The New England Prep School Finals. Cardinals will start back out. Chaug is taking the early grade. We're going to Pope Francis. We're whacking at it there like a bunch of lumberjacks. And they'll, again, for the Minnechaug Regional Falcons, they score again, and they now lead by 9 goals. Looking to make it a touchdown and a field goal at this point. Down 11-2. With 10:09 left to play in the fourth quarter. As Cardinals are looking for some sort of answer. Zachary Buffoni with the opening goal play for the Cardinals.
Yep, 11-2 game down. Sorry to interrupt. We have just gotten a word on the final score. It was a thriller on the diamond today. Pope Francis went down by a final of 5-4. 5-4 they went down, came down right to the final pitch. And unfortunately for Pope, they're going to start the home campaign off with a loss. Back to you, Dom, out there in the press box.
Ref signaling. Looking to start players. Chaug will get to Purchase and DeRosa back on. 3 goal nights for them. Hat-trick goals this evening for them. Certainly coming up big. 9 out of the 11 goals coming from Del Rosa, Udo, and Nanoon for the Chaug Falcons. They'll work it inside. Flag down on the play. Official not liking what he's seen. It'll rule in the way of Minnechaug, as it looks like. So Pope will play a man down, as it'll be John Kalowski going off the field. He'll sub off for Robert Herman. First time we've seen him on the field. Long sticksman. But Pope will still play a man down. So Jovanek making an appearance back to the field after the nasty hit he took early on in the third quarter of play. Hoping he's feeling better. Chaug will start back out with it along the 30-yard line. Set back. Low shot saved by K-Names. K-Names coming up big despite the 11 goals. The 9-goal deficit that Pope has had right here. He'll dish it back over. Looking for Mason Gautreau. Gautreau, send up the field. Trying to find Troy Hamlin, who looked for his third goal of the season, actually. But we just Chaug working out at the end. Back over the 50-yard line. Stick check there by Prain Pirelli, but it'll pick it up back with Minnechaug. The great stick work, the passing. And it'll be picked picked off, and it'll be Matthew Nanoon. Minnechaug's pass is sent wide off the field. Again, back to the Syracuse Army game. Syracuse, I believe right now, number 3 the college rankings. For those of you that follow the college lacrosse network, it was Notre Dame that took the number 1 spot this week. Again, the boys at Army going down back to number 6. Really rooting for them. So it'll be Goodrow along the line. He'll send out a play, and he's furious, slamming the ball down to the ground. So Minnechaug will start back out. So we darting off the field for the Minnechaug Regional Falcons will be Liam Hagren. Again, a line change. And they score again, as it is now 12-2, a field goal and a touchdown lead here for the Minnechaug Regional Falcons, with 8:32 left to play in the fourth quarter. Again, not the night Popes wanted to have here. This rate, they'll go 0-3 at the start of the season. Tie last season's losses. Pope still with the 2 goals they've only scored. Zachary Buffoni and Jack Rustic. I believe it was Jack Rustico, if I'm not mistaken. Buffoni will add to his 2nd goal of the season. Official calling off. He'll get Braden Pirelli back onto the field. And it'll be Pope. So Pope will come back in with the play, as we have a new face-off being taken here, and it'll be Ryan Goki. You ripped off the numbers. I'm just trying to read Ryan Goki. No, I know. Ryan Goki taking the face-off. Minnechaug cycling around with it back in their own end. It'll be Purchase. Got himself a 3-goal night, a hat-trick night, as we said. Purchase will cycle it back off over to Monure, my bad. Excuse me. Monure cycling it in, staying out of the crease. Chalk shot wide over the net. I think they're shooting field goals here. They are leading by a touchdown and a field goal, really, here. 12-2 the score here, late in the midway through the fourth quarter of play. Be picking it up will be the long stickman for Pope. It'll be Kowalski. John Kowalski. It'll be dishing off to Caden Ames. Over to Pirelli. He's a little befuddled there as they couldn't pick up the pass. And it'll be for the Pope Francis Cardinals taking it back. It'll be Max Monroe up the field. Dish it off. Over to Hamlin. Trying to get a shot. Now he scores! Down on the play, but on the board. It'll be Troy Hamlin with his 4th goal of the game. With his 4th goal of the season, excuse me. 1st goal of the game, 4th goal of the season. As the Cardinals on the board here, their 3rd goal of the night. Only down 12-3 now. Still looking to extend to that league will be Minnechaug. We've seen them this game sparking back. Really haven't been able to answer. Pope defense hasn't really been able to answer the attack of Minnechaug, really. As it's just been an onslaught, really, of goals coming here in the 3rd and 4th quarter. Again, Minnechaug kept it really to a 5-goal, really a 5-0 lead in the 2nd quarter of play. And the goals have just started to stack up now. 7 in the last quarter and a half of play. Still. Getting players back on the field again because the confusion of the man down. Here, Pope. So it'll be Robert Herman coming on. Back on the field. Chog will start out back again, winning all the face-offs. Was looking like Chog has won all the face-offs really here. And we believe we have a timeout taken by Minnechaug here. 12-3 the score here. Favor Minnechaug live on Pope Prep. 7:18 remaining in the 4th quarter when we come back. Pope hoping for a prayer to get answered. Down 9 goals here. Live on Pope Prep. Stay tuned as we come back. coming back here. 7:18 remaining in the fourth quarter. Chaug Falcons rooting for the fans coming in right now. And all hyped up as they have the 12-3 commanding lead here nearly halfway through the fourth quarter. And with 7:18 left to play, Pope looking to answer having to get a prayer answered here. Still down 9 goals. Minnechaug will start out with it in the Pope zone, I believe. Official waiting for the call. Pope waiting to start the play. Lights on here. Daylight savings time really kicking in. Darkness coming out in the field. Again, apologize for the technical difficulties. The more of a radio show broadcast here on Pope. Due to little technical difficulties with the camera, a little Wi-Fi. We still gonna blame the earthquake all night long on the aftershock of the 4.8 magnitude earthquake that we could feel all the way up here in school this afternoon in Connecticut and in Mass. Chaug will cycle it back around the net. As it'll be purchased, picking it up, scooping it up, back over to Noon. He'll cycle it back off, trying to find a pass or purchase. Back, what he'll send over his head, and he'll have to leap for it there. Purchase will cycle it back off, looking for one of the DeSorio brothers. Got himself a 3-goal night, looking to add on to that. 3 goals out of the 12. Again, the purchase Noon DeRosa line really going to work here for the Minnechaug Regional Falcons. With 9 goals out of the 12 here tonight. Chocolate stick check there. They'll still have possession with the ball. Fans really getting into it here. Cheering on the Minnechaug Regional Falcons. And the away fans really bringing their enthusiasm here. Chog will cycle it back off to Ryan Purchase. He'll cycle it back in. Looking to get a quick step on defend on Mason Gautreau. He'll cycle it back around with 5:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. Along the 40-yard line, he'll cycle it off to Patrick Roach. Roach, back over to Purchase. Purchase, pass it over to Noon. Noon will walk with it now. Plenty of time left here. Chogs up 12-3, a 9-goal lead. Pass there by Purchase was picked off by Gautreau, the long sticksman. Or, excuse me, my bad. It was Ryan Goki, long sticksman, as his shot will be sent out of play. Minnechaug will retrieve it. And Pope will look to keep the pressure on. Again, not really a lot of pressure here for the Pope Francis Cardinals. You saw the opening third quarter. Maybe the first 6 minutes got them their goals. And it was Troy Hamlin with a diving shot that would get the Pope Francis Cardinals their third goal of the game. Fortunately for them, though, still down 12-3 here. Just under 5 minutes to play here. That's in the fourth quarter. This rate will look like the Pope Cardinals will go to 0-3. Chog will go to 2-0 this start of the season. As far as I know, Chog did not have any preseason games. Cardinals had a preseason game versus the Westminster team. That game they tied 4-4. It was Troy Hamlin scoring 2 goals, Jack Russico with a goal, and Mason Thayer with a goal. Up to 4 there. It's a 4-4 tie that day. Still a save made by K-Names. So look to reach for it. No chop down. Having to go back to the net. Recycle. Again, Cade Names really playing on the aggressive side here for the goalie. Probably the most aggressive on the team so far this game. We're chasing the players around the back of the net, showing his dominance. Chog will cycle it back around up top, as they have for the last 4 quarters of this play. Still up 12-3. 9-goal deficit Pope has found himself into. Just about 4 minutes left to play in here. In the quarter, Ryan Ice had it, lost it. He'll cycle it off to Noon. Noon will look it back, send it off to Ice along the 45-yard line, who will send it off to Blug. Kelly Blug for the Chalk Falcons, as he's taken down, and he is down and hurt, as I believe he got a stick to the upper leg, thigh area. There's Ryan Goki, the slash there, and he'll hop off the field here for the Chalk Falcons. With 3:43 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Coming onto the field for the Chalk Falcons will be Devin Purchase. Another brother duo here. You got the DeSoroa brothers and the Purchase brothers here. Two brothers, each with, I should say, one brother on each side with 3 goals of the night. There'll be Ice. Cycle it back off over to Roach. Roach looking for his first goal of the game. Pope finds himself down 12-3. Again, still a 9-goal hole they find themselves in, trying to dig out of it late in the fourth quarter, add on to the goals. The pass picked off, and it'll be Mason Thayer darting up the field. He'll cycle it off over to Zachary Buffoni. Pass shot, they score! And it is Tanner Kometz with his 3rd goal of the season. 3rd goal of the season. 2nd goal of the game, I believe, for the Pope Francis Cardinals. Metz with 2. Ziggy with 1. And it'll be Troy Hamlin with another. My bad on the Jack Rustico call. But they'll cut the lead to a 3rd, really, here. Down 12-4. With 3:07 remaining in the fourth quarter. Pope really looking to just get out of this game. Maybe net a couple more goals here. Down only 3 minutes remaining here. The fourth quarter. Net a couple. The score is not as bad as it would be. Again, down 5-0 in that early half. Chaug has really put on an onslaught of 7 goals here. Chaug will regroup, cycle it, and it'll be Nick Petrovich, really. A lumberjack, we'll call him. Paul Bunyan. Slashing away at, I believe it was Ryan Ice. Chaug will cycle it back around the net. Along the side. Who'll send back up. Back over to Patrick Roach. Still looking for his first goal of the game late in this fourth quarter with 2:30 remaining. Roach will cycle it back off over to Purchase. Taking his time, walking around over to the 30-yard line. Trying to draw in the defender. Nick Petch. Nanoon. Back around the net. Again, Chaug passing is really coming key for these Chaug Falcons with just about 2 minutes to play. The passing is coming key. The playing, the shots, they're getting out to the early goals here. The first and second quarter we saw that. It was 50 seconds into the first quarter. Chaug struck first. They broke the ice barrier here. Then it was 24 seconds into the second quarter. They got their 4th goal of the game. As for Pope coming back the other way, it'll be Ryan Goki trying to get a shot off, but it was save made by Zachary Kozbu. Kozbu trying to send upfield, but it'll be picked off by Braden Pirelli. It'll cycle back off to Nick Petrovich. Petch looking around, cycling in and out. Shot just wide of below the net. And a ball is sent out of play and actually into the Lacrosse goal off to the side of the field. Going to add to the Pope Francis. Could have been a 5th goal there. Count that one. But no, it'll just be 12-4 here. As we have a timeout taken by Pope with 1:25 left. Again, Chaug leading 12-4 late in this fourth quarter. Pope looking to come out of this game alive. As we close out the home opener for the Cardinals here on Pope Prep. Stay tuned. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. Timeout. Both teams back on the field. Timeout over. 1:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Chaug Falcons, my bad. Confused up with the East Hampton Eagles. Still leading 12-4 here with a 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Again, it's quarter 7, 6:45. Little Mermaid play will be going on in a little bit. Or as we wrap this game up here live on Pope Prep. Ziggy dancing around behind the net. He'll cycle it off to Nick Petch. Petch looking around along the 30-yard line. Looking for the open man. He'll cycle it back in. Gets tripped up there by the Chaug defenders. A stick check there. Troy Hamlin hot on the ball. Cycle back on to Zachary Kazoon. Chog still coming up the end. He'll cycle back around. The maneuvers there. The jukes going on. Ankle breakers. Just under a minute to play here. Patch with the ball now. In on net. Trying to get a shot off, but it'll be bounced out as he goes down on the play. It'll be the goalie, Zachary Kazoob, my bad. Cycle it up. Way out of his crease, playing aggressive. Two goalies here, Kane Names and Zachary Kozub, really playing aggressive here in this, despite the fact the 12-4 score lead that Minnechaug has here with 27.3 left to play in the fourth quarter. Again, this game clearly closing out here. Pope will turn to 0-3 of the season, not the start they've wanted to have, especially with the 13-3 record they had last season. Chaug will move to 2-0 of the season. Victories coming over Wacona, and now the Pope Francis Cardinals with the final 10 seconds here. Zachary Buffoni got a late shot on net, was saved by him, and Tanner Metz will cycle back around. Troy Hamlin still looking for a last-minute goal. Zachary Buffoni, and time expires as the Minnechaug Regional Falcons will hoard their goalie with a final score of 12-4 here on Pope Prep. Coming up next, we got the Cardinal postgame live here with Don Percy. Postgame, break down what we saw here. The home opener for the Pope Francis Cardinals live on Pope Prep. Stay tuned. Cardinal postgame coming in here as the players finish shaking hands here. A 12-4 win for the Falcons over the Pope Francis Cardinals. Not the look they've wanted to have a start to the season, going 0-3. Again, tying the losses they had last year, the first 3 games of the season. One tie coming in the preseason, a 4-4 tie versus Westminster. But really, this game, it was all Minnechaug here. The first, the second, I'd say the last 6 minutes in the fourth quarter of this game, as it would Pope started to come to life in the beginning of the 6 minutes of the third quarter. They got out to 2 early goals, but it would be Chaug answering back with that, really the pep in their step, the flame in their game, as they steamroll over the Cardinals today with a final score of 12-4. It was all offense here for the Falcons, as it was Matthew Nanoon, Ryan Purchase, and Jackson De La Rosa, the couple of brothers in there with 3 goals each out of 12, so they'll score 9 out of the 12. And a tough loss for the Cardinals here as they go down 12-4. Final score. A couple of words by AJ Gonzalez as I'll turn it over to him.
Hey, Dom, great job with the call. That's really what I wanted to say tonight. I mean, the Pope Francis boys, not the start they wanted to have, but that's beside the point. Don Percy, congratulations, my friend. That is your first broadcast, really, by yourself, right?
Yeah.
And on behalf of Caleb Gilmet, he's not here. He went to go take care of the tent. And Lucas Cusson, who's actually on our roof right now, taking care of things upstairs, trying to get our camera down, which obviously didn't work tonight. We wanted to give you the opportunity to come back, and that's a very good thing. We want you back.
Yes.
We felt like the third and fourth quarter worked out perfectly, so we'd be glad to have you back anytime, Don. Let me tell you that. Yep. I'm going to need some more time off. The senioritis bug.
Yep, tennis games.
As Mr. Allerton says, the laziness bug is running around Pope Francis rampant right now.
A couple of tennis games, too.
Yeah, tennis matches, things like that.
Really, all those are getting postponed. You really start to wonder when they're going to make these up. My sister, all these softball games, they're stacking on to the end of the season. See, the good thing about track for the spring for us, rain, snow, sleet, or shine, I should say, no matter what, you're out there, you're on the field, and you're playing track, really. You're running, doing the field events, javelin, discus, shot put, all of it.
Yeah, well, Dom, I just want to congratulate you on your performance here tonight. I mean, you didn't play or anything, but you did.
No.
You did a part. You played a massive part tonight. The future voice of the Cardinals, ladies and gentlemen, Dom Percy. With that being said, I'll turn the mic over back to him. Have a great weekend, Dom Percy. You're going to be hearing that voice a lot more next week. You'll see him here on Pope Productions. Dom, back to you. Close it out for us tonight.
As we said, all week next week we'll have girls lacrosse Monday, Tuesday, nothing Wednesday. Have a track meet for myself and a couple of games for AJ as well. But closing out the game here, a 12-4 loss for the Pope Francis Cardinals. Giving you the radio broadcast. This is Dom Percy signing off for the Pope Francis Cardinals. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and please drive home safe.